All right, guys, welcome to the Spoken Podcast. My name's Gareth, and I'm here today with Zoe Corbett.
Hello.
How are we?
Good. Tired.
Yes.
Not tired. Fine.
Zoe's had a big night doing nothing and has had no sleep. So it's been bulk macas and coffee.
Yeah, we got coffee on.
We're living
on
off
board.
coffee,
Yeah.
which is our life.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah, I know. It's fantastic. So a bit of a background on Zoe. So Zoe studied through the Barber Academy, which is where we're filming today. Zoe is now a fully qualified barber, believe it or not. I know. After last time, we weren't too sure whether Zoe would be fully qualified, but she is. Yes. And now working full-time in a barbershop, which is amazing. But we'll get into that anyway. And also Gold Coast United legend, obviously, which we'll get into a little bit. So what we're going to mix it up this time, we're going to get Zoe to go through her top 5 songs, first of all, just to break it up. I'll do my own. I actually wrote mine down this time because I forgot last time, which was fantastic. But yeah, Zoe, hit us. What's your top 5?
Oh, I should probably get mine
I know.
too.
I love it.
Also, I haven't included like my number one change room banger.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I'll add that. That can be like
All right,
an extra
I love that.
one. So the number one change room banger is definitely Element by Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
That gets everyone pretty.
That's the Gold Coast
hyped
United
up.
jam.
Yeah, on
Love
like
that.
the big, what are they?
Yeah, the
JBL,
boombox.
like
Yeah,
boombox
love
with
that.
the lights. Yeah,
We need
it's
that
all
in
of
here.
it. Honestly, I thought, yeah, we just rely on this tiny little speaker.
I know.
It's just gonna blow up. Oh god, I should have got this up before. Anyways, okay, so number 1 is Paradise by her featuring Young Blue. 2, Guilty Conscience, which is a little bit different to what I normally listen to, but it's a vibe, by 070 Shake. 3 is a really old one, Wild Ones by Sia. 4, Put Your Records On by Rit Money, and I'm going to say this wrong, I think. 5 is Nostalgico by my future baby daddy, Chris Brown.
Love that.
Yeah, I had to add one from him.
Yeah, no, Sea Breezy. Everyone's got Sea Breezy.
Yeah.
I do not have Sea Breezy.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I know, because I've got to do this numerous times as well. So there's a lot of pressure on me to be doing
I feel like I won't
absolute
even know
bangers.
any of yours.
Yeah, well, I've gone with the theme of the year, which is Christmas.
Okay.
So I've gone with my top 5 Christmas songs, which is very cliche, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I've gone Last Christmas by Wham, which is an absolute tune.
Okay.
All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey, obviously.
God.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
Holly Jolly Christmas by Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
And Let It Snow by Frank Sinatra.
And they will all get stuck in your head.
Yeah, I know. They're the
I
best
think I heard
Christmas
the
songs
Mariah
ever.
Carey song at least 3 times.
Yeah,
in the
you
shops
should
today.
know it.
Yeah.
You should know.
I know it. That's like
It's Christmas jams.
Mariah Carey's yearly pay.
She's killing it. Why don't we bring out a Christmas song? That would be amazing.
I know.
Pete, who's editing this, get on to that. Let's do a Christmas song.
Yeah.
All right, where should we begin? Zoe, let's start off with...
right at the start.
Yeah, let's go back to younger years. So...
My mom met my dad. No.
Yeah, no, that's proper back. Gold Coast?
Yeah.
Brought up on the Gold Coast?
No, I am from a small town. Oh, I guess it's not that small anymore. From Oreodonga, which is like 3 hours from Melbourne. So right on the border of New South Wales and Victoria. And was not a fan of it down there. It was just small town things.
Yeah.
So then I ended up getting into a soccer team, or the Melbourne Victory like development squad, I guess you'd call it, in Melbourne. So 17, got shipped off to Melbourne, lived with my auntie and played with them, which was an interesting experience. Only because like obviously I was so used to like the small town stuff.
Yeah.
And no politics or anything like that. And then you hit Melbourne and it's just like it's not what you know, it's who you know, and like everyone has contacts, and if you don't have contacts you'll pretty much like not get in anywhere, sort of thing. So it was a real what'd you call it, like I guess battle
100%.
sort of thing, like clawing your way through with all these girls that have played with each other since they were little, and their dads are all like, you know, connected with big agents and all that sort of stuff. So that was interesting. I ended up only staying there for 1 season, and then I sort of joined a couple of clubs the next season. I only stayed there for 2 years while I was doing year 12, and then sort of moved back and forth from Albury to Melbourne a little bit. And then what got me up here was I was in Melbourne and I was just like broke as hell. Like it wasn't even funny. Like literally just paying rent. And then I called my dad and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like I'm so poor. I can't even eat and I had to support my dog, and like it was just wild. And so he just got a contract on the big highway upgrade in Ballina. Doing koala planting, like tree planting. And so he was like, move up here, free rent, just like come and get your shit sorted, pretty sick. Much. And so I moved to Ballina first. Like rent free. I mean, they were like big weeks, like 60-hour weeks or whatever, but like I was earning like 5 times what I was getting. So, 100%. And then I just kind of slowly moved my way up here because, then I got into a trial at Gold Coast United. I think we worked out that was 3 seasons ago. Next year will be my 4th season. Yeah, sick. So I'm kind of a veteran now. Yeah, I know. So you're an oldie there. Yeah, one of the old gals. I know, which is crazy. Yeah, so were you at Ballina when you first joined the school? Or had you already moved up to the coast? Then? Yeah, I'd already moved up to the coast. Cool. I was like at uni. I was like, natural therapies. Yeah. Doing myotherapy, thinking that I would like it, and then COVID sort of hit, and everything went a bit weird because it was all sort of clinic stuff. Yeah. And I was like, I don't really like this whole like all the wastage and all that kind of stuff was really like off-putting. And then my barber, shout out to Clipper Kane, he was just like, why don't you give this a crack? Like you just get to talk shit all day, cut hair, vibe, like, you know, you can have all the tattoos you want. That was a real sell-off. 100%. And then, I found you guys and can't really remember the process. I don't know, did I message you? I think it was on Instagram, wasn't it? It was something, I don't remember if I went like the legit route, as in like the email, or if I just did the informal like Instagram. I think you and Rubes did the same thing, just straight through Instagram, like I want to be a barber, how do I do it kind of thing, which is great. I think I was talking to Arthur. Something, and then I just, it was like, all right, sign me up. And here we are. I know, it's crazy. Like I remember Arthur messaging me because every time he gets a lead, we'll communicate and whatnot. And he was like, do you know some Zoe chick? And I'm like, you're going to have to narrow it down, mate. Like, and he goes, no, she plays at Gold Coast United. And I was like, what? And then, when you came in, obviously, for your first day and we were talking about it and stuff like that, I was like, oh, that's so cool. So, I mean, it's... small world. I know, very small world. Yeah. It's absolutely crazy, but good times. Can't talk shit about anyone. No. Life lesson. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't even think you can do that in the barber industry anymore. It's like everyone knows everyone. So it's like, it's crazy. Dangerous. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. So... was barbering purely the reason, kind of like, were you kind of in a crossroads and you're like, I mean, I guess you enjoy getting your hair done. Yeah, well, obviously, anyone that knows Kane knows that he's like a big vibe, and the shop that he has and his crazy videos and stuff, it was always so much fun to go in there. So that was sort of what I saw. And that was my experience. And I was like, oh, this is sick. Like, imagine working in a barbershop with like, 5 or 6 dudes, and they're all just like having a laugh, and like the people that come in are just like, you can either have a laugh or like, you might want a little therapy session sometimes. Yeah, 100%. If you feel like it. And so that was my experience. And up until that point, I'd sort of started numerous courses and even tried to go to like Southern Cross for exercise sports science, and then I just came to realize like I'm not science minded. Like I don't know what I'm doing, and so I just really didn't know. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Like I was just so hopping between jobs, and like I was fine at the time, but I was like, I think I need to start knuckling down at something. And I was like, barbering can either be just something that you do, or you can do like some of the big guys. I know some guys in America that are making like 6 figures because they're like so available on social media and
Absolutely.
stuff. So it's like,
it's got so much potential. I mean, my first thing was when we spoke was your sporting background, obviously, because we were like, oh yeah, we'll just talk about football the whole time, or soccer. But that for me was the perfect thing to kind of go like, oh, imagine just being a barber or a hairstylist for a football team, for example, or like connecting with those players. Like that for me would be my dream job. I would just literally be the whole time there, just be like, this is amazing. Let's just talk about football kind of thing. So I know it's like Owen McCarthy, who's on Instagram from Area Academy, he cuts a lot of the Melbourne Victory players and stuff like that. And I'm like, what a cool job. I'm like, I would just love to be around that kind of vibe. Around
the boys.
100%.
Get all the insight, get all the
the goss. I know, you'd want to know all the goss.
100%.
Which is fantastic. That's the best part about playing football, the goss. The goss and politics, especially on the Gold Coast.
There's no shortage of it.
Yeah, I know, which is awesome.
But that's kind of why I was like, look, I could be like this. I mean, in my head, I was like, I could be this tatted up. I mean, if you look at chick barbers, they've all got tattoos, so it's not going to be something that was going to stand out.
Like a
I was like, I can be like this hectic tattooed chick, and then I had the bald head, and I was like, I'm going to be like this really out there, wild looking thing, and I think I've kind of slowed that down a little bit, but that was what it was at the start.
No comment.
Yeah, legit.
No, it was cool. I mean, I loved that class, and I know Mum's got a little bit of like soft spot for that class because it was our biggest group ever. Like, because we always kind of target the single figures, but that intake went absolutely bonkers, and still at our old school as well in Mermaid. So it was. Yeah, we've always got a soft spot for that one. It's just great to see how many of you actually finished and got fully qualified from it, which is crazy to think, but it's awesome. From that first day, I still this is a funny story. I was thinking about this when I asked you to come on the podcast, but I was like, I remember bringing Spud in literally like the first week that we had him, and I was very much like, Spud's my dog, by the way, in case everyone's like, what the hell is he talking about?
I brought in a potato.
Yeah, literally brought in a potato. And he's about that big, like the size of Mike. Well, he was. And Zoe was like instantly straight away towards Spud. And I still remember it was like, I think the second time I brought him in, you were like, oh, has he had like human food? And I was like, no, he hasn't had anything yet. And you were like, oh, he just ate like half of my mashed potato. And I was like, brilliant. I love that. And it was like, I looked at Spud and he's just got like mashed potatoes absolutely everywhere. So I was like, oh, that's
Enjoy
good.
Picking up after that.
I know. So I think he's got a little bit of a favourite with you, doesn't he? So he's very clever, Spud, when he comes in.
I knew what I was doing as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're very experienced with dogs as well. So it's great. It's just like, boom. They love food. Happy days.
Yeah.
So
and then they remember me, and I'm the loved.
So every time he comes in, he just like runs to Zoe, which is fantastic. Yeah. So he's a very spoiled dog now.
Mission complete.
Zoe. I should have brought him in today. He could have just sat there.
He could have just been.
He wouldn't have sat there. You know full well he wouldn't have sat there.
True.
All right. Speaking of tattoos in this industry, I asked Ruby the same thing, right? So, best tattoo, worst tattoo.
I reckon my best one, I'm definitely going to say my arm. Shout out Chris Vaness. This one, I don't know if I can. Hello. This one, my big arm sleeve is, someone asked if it was a bin chicken. Like instantly after I got it. And I was like.
Interesting.
I was like, I did not just spend that much
money I know, for a bin chicken.
Am I allowed to swear on here?
Yeah, you can swear on it.
For a fucking ibis.
Yeah.
But anyways, so it's a gypsy crane. She's got like a little veil on her beak. And then all the little babies in here. And this took 3 straight days at a tattoo convention in, I think this one was in that one was in Melbourne. I went and did 2 days at the Sydney convention for that one, but I do not recommend doing that. Like, the only good thing is because like it was like the whole place was full of these really big dudes that were sitting and getting like these massive pieces and sitting for days, and so I kind of sat there like needing to prove myself, like 100%. Girls are better at pain. Yeah. And then it got to the point where I was just sitting there because obviously I'm upright the whole time, and I just put on my noise. This was like on the 3rd day around lunchtime. Just put my noise cancelling headphones. I was like, Chris, if anyone comes up and asks me what this fucking tattoo is again, I'm legit gonna punch them. So I was like, I'm sorry, but it's all on you. Otherwise I'm gonna leave. He's like, and he was so nice. He's like, honestly, the best tattooist ever. And he literally is like, so fine, just, do whatever you need. I literally had my hood on. I like tied it up.
Yeah, that's sick.
Had my noise cancelling headphones, and he's just like, finishing off the last little bits.
Yep.
And he would talk to people, answer all their questions. He'd walk me around. He was full walking me around. I was so frail. He's like walking around, buying me food, like, some balms and stuff. Such a nice guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But that would definitely be my best one. She's my favorite. And then I think, no, I won't do that. I think my worst ones are, I've got one on my sternum that was like when the sternum tattoos were like, I like to claim that I did it before they got cool.
Love that.
But maybe it was pretty borderline. But it's like this really, I mean, it has potential, but at the moment it's not, because I think it was my 2nd tattoo, and like that place is not nice to get tattooed. So it's just like, like the line work stuff all under there, and it definitely fell out a little bit, and it needs some work. I mean, I could get it touched up pretty nicely, but at the moment I always look at it and I'm like, I've got all these nice little pieces, and then I go to the beach and I've got this fucking like stick figure eagle on my chest, or like under my boobs, and I'm like, I just don't like it that much.
What was your first tattoo?
Oh, my little Schoolies one. So I googled that as I was walking into the tattoo shop, and I was like, I'm on Schoolies, I have to get a tattoo. So it's either it's in Italian, it's either the beautiful life or life is beautiful.
I love that you say it's either.
Yeah, I can't remember. La vita bella.
You're asking me now.
Yeah, no.
Right, okay.
You're not Italian.
I don't speak Italian, and I'm not Italian. So, yeah.
I don't know how it translates, but that was my first
We'll translate that.
Yeah.
We'll get Pete onto that. Pete's good with that stuff, and we'll put it up in subtitles.
I was going to say.
Going like, no, it means this, like I love pizza or something like that, hopefully.
Does not mean chicken nugget.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, my mum already made that joke. It's not funny. It does not mean chicken nugget. But I haven't, I think all the rest are pretty good. I got this chick in Spain. She was nice. And this guy in Brisbane. And this is Maddie Mooney. And I highly suggest, if you're a woman, do not go there.
Oh, okay.
But that's another
fantastic.
story.
We'll leave that one for part 2.
Yeah.
What's next for Zoe Corbett? Both personally and work-wise, I suppose, because I should say career-wise. Because I know you've just gone to full-time, which I know that was something which you were umming and ahhing about, only because of your confidence, which is one thing which I've nagged you from day one about your confidence, because it's the same as Ruby. Ruby's the same. It's a very tough industry, I think, when it is coming from a non-male kind of gender, which we discussed before we came on, but we won't go into that as well. But yeah, it's very...
I like what you did there.
Yeah, no, I was very clever, wasn't I? It's very much like, I know the cuts that you guys were doing in the school, and I think a lot of our students do the same, and I'm like, shit, I pay for that in a shop, you know what I mean? And Ruby couldn't get that into her head when she was here, because she was like, no, I'm still learning. But it's like, I know Kingy does the same thing. Like, Kingy's always like, oh, I'm not good. And I'm like, you are. Same as like Noah and stuff like that. Like some of Noah's fades are unreal, and it's like that's where we're trying to put that confidence into you guys. But it's so good that you were saying you've just started full time. But yeah, I suppose, what's the kind of, do we be cliche and say what's the plan for the next 3 years, 5 years, or what's your goals, I suppose?
I think I'm gonna just like see how next year goes. I love the shop that I'm at, and me and Rubes work together, and like our dynamic is pretty similar, and we get along really well. So like, and I think it's funny when people guys walk in and they see that it's like
100%.
two chicks, they're like, I don't know if I'm in the right place. But then like, you know, we just are comfortable talking to them and stuff, and they get pretty comfortable pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I really love that shop, and I think it has a lot of potential, because it used to be bigger with like heaps of dude barbers,
100%.
like 4, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And it was a bit of a vibe. So I think Rubes and I are planning to sort of get that back a little bit.
100%.
And now that we're starting to get a few regulars coming in, and all that sort of stuff, I think it would be fun to kind of think up some ideas to sort of get it back to where it was when the boys were in it, because you know, it definitely has the potential, and like
100%.
you know,
We
just have to get it out there, because like you know where it is. Sometimes it's just so easy to go past it, sort of thing.
100%.
So it's sort of like you need to get it on the socials so that people can be like, oh, like where is that place, and like physically look it up.
Yeah.
Because you'll drive past it 100%. But yeah, I think next year that would be the biggest goal, is to kind of aim to get some really good regulars coming in, and I think that would be like ideal. I mean, amazing that people actually want to come back and keep seeing me. And then,
well, I know you do already. Again, this is your confidence thing. Because literally, I see it happen all the time. So yeah.
Yeah, so I do have a few regulars coming in. They're really cool. But to get more, and then, you know, down like in the future, I would like to do my own thing. Even if I like split doing my own little studio thing, and then still working with Chris at Limitless, like at least I'll have sort of, you know, both, and get some business experience, and then
100%.
Doing that. And then I also looked in, because I love studying so much. There's a girl on the Gold Coast, and she does courses in tooth gems and like grills and stuff. And I'm like, sick. That is gangster.
Yeah, 100%.
So I was like going to do that course, and then sort of put them kind of together.
100%.
Because like you've got tattoo shops and barber shops, and you've got cafes and barber shops, and I was like, let's have grills and barber
100%.
shops.
I love grills. I've always wanted grills.
You should get it.
I know.
You should come in.
I know. I would love to.
You can be my first.
Yeah, I'll get my bottom row done.
Yeah, you can be my.
She'd be like, "What are you doing? Get out!"
You go home and you're like.
Yeah, I know. Sup.
Sup.
I would. I'd have to get more 2-pack tattoos.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, I reckon that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's awesome.
It still goes together, and it'll bring, because a lot. I think the regulars that I have are a lot more like that older sort of demographic, which is awesome. Like they're the best.
Yeah.
But I think that the grills and that sort of stuff will bring in like a younger crowd as
100%.
well. Unless there's a grandpa that wants grills, I will happily do that. I will 100% do that. Big cool ads.
Yeah, I know.
So that was another option. I don't know. I'm always thinking of little things just to make the bank account look nicer.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, because I want to be rich.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah, so that's the end goal. Mainly just get through the next year, because obviously the last 2 years have been such a roller coaster ride.
100%.
So it'd be good just to like really cement myself into something, because I've never actually qualified.
Yeah.
Or like finished doing a certificate or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to enjoy that.
Which is unreal. That's so cool. Like it does, like you know what Mum was like when you came in. She's ridiculous how loud she is, but it's she's just like she was like, oh Zoe, but yeah, it's like that makes us so like proud that you guys are all finishing. Like, I know everyone would have seen that video of Kingy from Saturday night, like kissing the cert and stuff like that. And I'm like, that to me, like literally, I'm like, that's all we do this for. Like, I love it because, and especially you Ruby and yourself in that shop, like that is so cool. It's like we kind of have to pinch ourselves and go like that's amazing that you guys are working there.
Especially Rube's just finishing her course and then going and flexing and becoming senior barber.
100%.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, no.
That's mad.
Deep end. Jump in the deep end.
Why not?
I love it. But no, it's such a cool shop. Like, I know it is a little bit difficult to see and stuff like that, but it's such a cool area.
Yeah, we're working on it. We'll work on it.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, make sure you go and follow Limitless as well. But we'll put Zoe's, we'll put Zoe's act up here. Pete's very good with that stuff as well. So that can be all Pete. How much am I plugging Pete? Also, if you want a video done, Pete, we'll put his little thing up here as well. So you can click on that. But yeah, what about personally? Like, what's your kind of goals personally, football wise and stuff like that? Like, what's the plan with football? I know obviously you've re-signed.
I've re-signed for the Gold Coast. They wanted me back, which is
unbelievable. Which is unbelievable.
So
I can't
surprising
believe it.
and so humbled. No. Yeah, well, that's kind of changed too, because originally I was sort of happy just playing at the level I was playing at, and then a bunch of the girls actually got like picked to go and play the Raw, including my best friend Ishnari. Plug. No.
Yeah.
And she ended up being asked to captain the team.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is, that's amazing.
And I'm pretty sure she's like 24, which is nuts after, I'm going to say her name wrong. I think it's Polkinghorn. Don't add that in.
Yeah. Cut.
Yeah, Polks was like the captain for 10 years and she had so much experience, and then for Ish just to step up was awesome. Anyways, that I could go on about that for ages. But seeing those girls just getting to travel around Australia together and like 100%. Having the best time, training each like nearly every day together, I was like, oh, like I kind of want to do that. Yeah. So I'm going to give it a crack next year and like try and focus on my fitness a lot more and recovery as well.
I would like to pan the camera out to the McDonald's.
Yeah, the vape. No more vaping.
But you did do cardio on the weekend, so
yeah, we ran 3Ks on the weekend. Whatever.
So that's probably burnt
plug
off
the
that,
mega
right?
run.
Yeah, no, like we could plug so many people into his
we need to get paid.
I know. That's it, fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, one day.
I know. This should be a Gold Coast United podcast. I love it.
We could be the traveling podcast.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
100%. We could do that. We'd take the barber chairs though. They'd be a bit full on.
Jesus, that would be.
We could do it for different sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going off topic.
Anyway.
Carry on. Sorry.
What was I saying?
About Gold Coast.
Yeah. So I'm going to give next year a real red hot crack. And if like nothing comes of it, at least I can just be like, well, I tried.
100%.
And they didn't want me, but I can at least live with myself that I'm like, all right, I gave it a red hot crack, and that's all you can do. Well,
when you did sign up a year ago, I told you to do this. So I'd like to say that now you're actually listening to me, which shows real maturity.
I know. I had to realize it for myself, but in the years before, it would just seem like so much effort. Yeah. And I was like, it is a lot of effort. But if I was with all the girls, it'd just be like, we're all hanging out.
Yeah. 100%. So
it would have been nice, but we'll try again next year.
Yeah, I know. But you did get picked in like all of the representative teams and stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
Just like there, and then they're like,
yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah, but that's good. Because otherwise you wouldn't be going, right, well, this year I'm really going to do this. And I'm gonna do that.
We're on the radar.
Are you changing positions this year, or what are you doing?
Apparently there's a rumor that I'm going to be centre mid, which is a horrid idea.
You better start running.
I know. That's a horrid
3K
idea.
is not going to cut it, right?
No. I'm really hoping that they're lying, because I just don't even know.
I
would run around like headless chook.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
I don't know what I'm doing. Pass me the ball.
Yeah, and then pass it to somebody else. Sweet.
It's like everyone's coming at you from every angle, though.
That's
like
the joys of playing centre midfield.
I don't think that's very joyful.
Just shoulder checks, like, boom,
true.
you're away.
And then next minute.
Yeah, no, you smashed.
Yeah.
Pretty much. All right, I'm going to go completely off topic here.
Yeah.
And not talk about sport or barbering.
Yeah.
You mentioned about making money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what to you is rich?
Ooh. Look, I always joke that I want to be like super rich, and like I'll like drive past really nice cars. I'm like, oh, that's my future car.
Yeah.
And like da da da. And you know, there's a little bit inside of me that's like, oh, that would be nice. Like 100%. I kind of hope so.
Yeah.
But then it's sort of like, rich to me would just be able to like go to a really fancy restaurant and not have to look at the menu.
100%.
Just be like, I want that and that and that.
Yep.
And be like, yep, we're good. And not have to be like, all right, we're eating ramen noodles for the rest of the week.
100%.
And then like just have my kids be able to do whatever they want comfortably, like any sport, because you know one of them might be a rich sports person. We got to get them into those academies.
100%.
We got to start early. Just stuff like that. Like just be able to be comfortable and have time to do fun things and not just like work my ass off for
100%.
the rest of my life, because I'm not built like that. I cannot.
We'll cut that out, by the way. She works really hard.
I work really hard now because I'm poor, but
yeah.
In the future, I would like to, you know, book a holiday to like an island, and I'll be like, all right, I'll just be back.
Do you think you'll be able to shut off?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah?
I can live on island time easy.
Yeah, see,
just
I
like,
can't do that.
Oh, I can. You just
Which I wish I could. Like that to me would be, like, it's funny because my dad always said to me about like, his version of rich is if the lads go, I want to go on holiday, you're not going, oh, I don't know if I got money this week. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm going, book it. Which I love that. I always think that was a cool thing. Whereas a lot of people will go, oh, I want 5 million. And it's like, yeah, but what's 5 million going to get you, like, realistically?
Because you have 5 million and then you're like, oh, I want 10 now.
And that's exactly right.
When you don't put something on it, it's just like, it just becomes a number. So it's just,
100%.
you got to like,
determine
what you really want to do with it, because like you get 5 million and be like, all right, well, I'm depressed as
100%.
Whereas like if I have 500 grand sitting in the bank, which that would be nice, but and I'd just be like, all right, well, we're gonna go to the Bahamas and we're gonna go there for a week and we're gonna do nothing and I'm gonna sit and watch everyone and I'm gonna drink a coconut.
100%.
That's like, and then come back and continue your life.
Instead
of like coming back and being like, oh, now I have to like save up again and like work so hard and stuff, But
that's good.
Yeah.
Like that's what I like. I know I struggle with that massively. Like we just went away to Cairns for the week and literally I just worked the whole week because I can't switch off. But I don't know. Maybe
I'd slap you.
Yeah, I know. Well, Lani did. But like
go out there and tan.
Yeah, I know. Well, I tan so well. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of different. I suppose it's the same as what you were saying there. Like my kind of goals was always to get this bigger, which we have done. Like 100%. Compared to what you've seen in Mermaid. But then it's like, as soon as we moved here, I was like, all right, okay, well, what's next?
Well, what's next?
Like this.
What state are we going to?
Yeah, I know, exactly. And
we're moving to Brisbane.
Yeah, which is what we did as well, which is hilarious. So yeah, it's I always find that an interesting question with like, what would you classify as rich? So that's what I wanted to ask. But I reckon that's the perfect way to literally end the podcast, because I think you've summed that up perfectly there, and that actually sums up who you are as a person. Because I think a lot of people can just see like, they see photos, or they see this, or they see that. Somebody summed that up today on a podcast. They were like, if you were to just look at my Instagram feed, you think,
you'd think that I was like,
but then
but I've got like $1 in my account. No, I don't have $1, but
but it's
like
sick.
People, these girls can walk around with these designer bags. Doesn't mean they have money in them. It's probably 100%. On Afterpay.
100%.
And and even if it is on Afterpay, who cares? Like, just don't be what you're not.
Exactly.
Sort of like, I'm happy to carry around my fucking H&M shirt. Like, I'm easy as, and even if I was rich, I'd probably still do that.
And that's why it is literally like, that's why we all get along, I think, because there isn't, apart from Arthur, who's a show off with his Gucci
but
suits.
he has good stuff.
Yeah, he does have good stuff, which annoys me. I can't wear stuff. I'm not cool enough. But I think Rubes is the same. You're both so down to earth.
Yeah.
And I love that. And that's why you're good barbers, because people want to come for a cut just to chat with you.
Yeah,
you know
be
what I mean?
relatable.
100%. It's like just doing this. Like, that's why you two were the top of the list on the podcast, because I was like, I know we can sit here and chat shit for hours.
Yeah.
Like, which I need to kind of stop soon. But it's like, that is the kind of thing. And I think people find that really relatable. Like Ruby's one especially, you can see how people would see her on Instagram.
Yeah.
But then when you hear them, it's like, oh, right, okay,
Yeah, I'm not
didn't
gonna lie.
expect
When
that.
I saw Ruby's Instagram, I was like, this bitch is intimidating.
Yeah, I know,
as
100%.
hell.
100%.
And then like, you know, you get to know her and you can't shut her up.
Yeah.
Like both of us together is like, it's insane. Like
can
some
only
of
imagine.
some of the security footage that Chris must have of us. Actually, Chris, you should make a video about that.
Yeah, no.
Just like
Behind
put a
the
little
scenes.
compilation together of us
100%.
like dancing around with brooms and
I love that.
oh, there'd be some absolute scenes, but you know, it's just what it is. Like we've just meshed really well.
But that's the vibe that you guys throw off as well. And that's
Yeah.
why it's so good that you can just be yourselves.
100%.
Another great thing about this career anyway. So
Yeah.
no, that's awesome. Zoe, thank you so much. You can go back to sleep now, okay?
Oh, honestly, I'm so tired.
It's like
But
4:30 in the afternoon, but yeah, you can go back to sleep,
there's
which is fine.
You're making me sound like an absolute slob.
Yeah.
Didn't get any sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm functioning and I'm here. I
That
didn't
coffee
cancel.
went down a treat, so
I know,
that's fine.
I'm still sort of going, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I know, which is amazing. But no, thank you for sharing your story and also your future as well.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, I know. If we don't get another pod out before Christmas, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
I hope Santa spoils you.
Yes.
And Happy New Year. And we shall see you all in the new year for a massive 2022, especially for yourself.
Everyone
So-
stay safe.
Yes, 100%. And yeah,
It's
we'll put
dangerous out
everyone's
there.
tags underneath.
Yeah.
Get tagging. Thank you guys.